A hospital expands, the new ice rink and Costco inch ever closer, and the new restaurants just keep on coming.
It's just another exciting start to another Happy New Year in Wesley Chapel. And coming to you from the Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel studio, this is WCNT-tv Wesley Chapel New Tampa Television. I'm Gary Nager.
And I'm Susanna Martinez. A few weeks ago, we told you that the Florida Hospital Center Ice Skating Complex was getting closer to opening. And the latest word from the rink's managing partner, Gordy Zimmerman, is that the largest skating complex south of New York is now scheduled to open to the public on Wednesday, January 25th.
And I was proud to have taken a tour of what's new at the hospital, which is this week's featured business for our exclusive webcast partner, the Greater Wesley Chapel Chamber of Commerce.
Speaking of the chamber, CEO Hope Allen and membership director Jennifer Tussing took a recent hard hat tour of the new Costco on State Road 56 next to the Tampa Premium Outlets, and we're told that gas pumps should open on Monday, January 9th, with the 150,000 square foot superstore itself set to open on Thursday, February 9th.
And while we don't yet have a further update on the opening of Ford's Garage or Pollo Tropical on State Road 56, the new McDonald's between Longhorn Steakhouse and BJ's Brewhouse could be open by the time this episode airs. And further east on 56, despite rumors that it might have backed away, Irish 31 is still coming to an out parcel of the Shops at Wiregrass Mall.
The word from Shops at Wiregrass GM Greg Leonards is that Irish 31 has not altered its lease, is well under construction, and is now expected to open sometime in the spring.
And I'll be back with my interview with Marketing Director Tracy Klauser of our studio sponsor, Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel, right after this message from the hospital.
The birth of your baby is one of the most precious moments of your life. Let the Birthday Experience team at Florida Hospital help deliver the dream of a lifetime. We personalize your experience with a birth advocate to assist you throughout your journey. After all, your baby has only one real birthday. We'll help make it as unique as your little one's footprint with the Birthday Experience from Florida Hospital. Connect with our birth advocate team at inspiredbirthday.com.
I'm Gary Nager with WCNT-tv, and with me is Tracy Klauser, the Marketing Director for Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel, where we're standing today, and we're doing our Wesley Chapel Chamber featured business segment, as the Chamber is not only a member, but Tracy's also the immediate past chairman of the board of the Wesley Chapel, Greater Wesley Chapel Chamber of Commerce. Tracy, welcome today.
Thank you.
And Tracy, obviously we're standing here on the 6th floor of this expansion of the hospital. So how many floors was the hospital originally? And what's coming in the expansion?
As you may know, the hospital was shaped originally like a W with 3 wings sticking off the back. They were each 3 floors. We've now taken up the center wing to the 6th floor, so 3 additional floors there. And then we've also added a connector wing between the south and center wings.
Okay, and what's new that's going to be in the expansion?
Well, there's a lot of new things. So first off is we're going to have more patient rooms, which has been a big need for our community. So we're very happy. We're going from 83 beds to 145. They will continue to be all private patient wings, but we also have added some new features. So we have what we call our Cerner room link that's outside of each room, and that technology will allow a lot of great communication with providers and also with visitors to a patient. So they can see if the family member doesn't want to be disturbed. They can see if a physician is in with the patient currently, and the staff can see important information like, are they a fall risk or do they have specific allergies? And it's all right at their fingertips right outside the room.
Okay, so just tell me what the timetable is for each of the expansion floors that are coming.
Sure. Well, we've already opened a couple of sections. So our second heart catheterization lab opened back in March of 2016. We opened a new wing of 20 beds on the 3 Southeast wing back in October. That will actually be an all women's wing once we open all of the rooms. Right now it's just taking whatever patients need the beds, but it will become an all women's wing once the rest of the rooms open. Actually, hopefully next week, so we have actually an inspection going on. So very soon we'll be opening this floor, the 6th floor, with our ORs also to be completed and inspected and open, and then by the end of January our remaining patient rooms and our emergency rooms.
And so ultimately the entire expansion will be done sometime later in January?
Right, it's scheduled to be done by the end of January with an inspection by ACA, and then we would be opening the end of January, beginning of February.
And Gary will tell us more about the winning restaurants in this year's Neighborhood News Reader Dining Survey, right after these words from Full Throttle Intermedia.
Let's get serious. Advertising is the absolute best way for you to connect with your potential customers. Your competition's advertising on digital, radio, Pandora, and television. Isn't it about time you got in the game? When you're serious about getting new customers, call Full Throttle Advertising.
Welcome back to WCNT-TV. I'm Gary Nager, and this is your Neighborhood Dining News. The results are in from our annual Reader Dining Survey and Contest. The full results were published in our January 2nd New Tampa edition and also will appear in our January 13th Wesley Chapel Neighborhood News. With more than 500 votes collected over a 3-month span, here are the 3 restaurants our readers selected as their 3 favorites located in Wesley Chapel. Please note that while all 3 of these restaurants will be on my list of 25 favorites in Wesley Chapel for 2016, none of them made my top 3 for this year. My complete list of Gary's favorites will be posted in the January 27th New Tampa and February 10th Wesley Chapel issues of Neighborhood News. Our readers' number 1 favorite restaurant in Wesley Chapel is the same place that won last year, Grillsmith, the mini chain with 4 Tampa Bay area locations. The Wesley Chapel Grillsmith, located in the Shops at Wiregrass Mall, also made our readers' top 5 for favorite burger and top 10 in both favorite bar and the best service categories in New Tampa and Wesley Chapel. This year's number 2 favorite restaurant in Wesley Chapel with our readers also finished second last year, the Hungry Greek, located across Bruce B. Downs Boulevard from Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel. This lower-cost, fast-service favorite also took home the top honor as this year's favorite Greek or Mediterranean restaurant in New Tampa and Wesley Chapel, and also made the top 10 for best lunch and best service in our distribution areas. This year's number 3 favorite restaurant in Wesley Chapel actually moved up 1 spot with our readers from last year, the Vallarta's location in the Wesley Chapel Village Market. This popular location of this properly priced family-owned chain, which also has a location in Tampa Palms, also repeated as the favorite Mexican or Latin restaurant in our distribution areas with our readers. These are just the top 3 on this year's list of our readers' top 50 favorite restaurants in Wesley Chapel. In the next 2 issues of Neighborhood News, you'll also find our readers' 50 favorite restaurants in New Tampa, plus the winners of multiple other categories. You also can check it all out at ntneighborhoodnews.com. The first event you should check out will be held next Saturday, January 14th, 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Shops at Wiregrass Mall and Pasco Hernando State College's Porter campus at Wiregrass Ranch.
The event, called Light Up the Night, is a partnership between the Pasco County Sheriff's Office and the mall in an effort to raise awareness and end human trafficking.
The event will feature the Radiant 5K road race starting at 4 p.m. at PHSC, followed by an awards ceremony at the mall. Proceeds from the race will benefit 4 anti-human trafficking nonprofit organizations.
The shops will also host the Light Up the Night main event starting at 6 p.m. with music, education information, and a great kid zone.
For more information, visit active.com and search Radiant 5K 2017.
The Wesley Chapel Chamber of Commerce will host a ribbon cutting at the new Paramount Lebanese Kitchen at the Walk at Highwards Preserve Plaza in New Tampa on Wednesday, January 18th at 5:30 p.m.
I'll be at that event trying to convince the owners of the new restaurant to participate in the upcoming Taste of New Tampa and Wesley Chapel, which will be held inside the new Florida Hospital Center Ice on Saturday, March 18th, noon to 4 p.m.
And Gary, I understand that you and your Taste Restaurant Committee already have 8 restaurants that have agreed to give away samples of their fare at the Taste, with dozens more expressing interest.
It's true, Susanna. Among the 8 restaurants already committed are my Neighborhood News readers' favorite restaurants in both New Tampa and Wesley Chapel, Stonewood Grill and Tavern, and Grillsmith.
Other restaurants already verbally committed to participate include Dempsey's Steakhouse at Saddlebrook Resort, the Old Heights Bistro in Seminole Heights, Little Italy's, 7 Layers Bakery, and the new Vuelo Mexican restaurant, and Florida Hospital Center Ice's own Top Shelf Sports Lounge.
Look for updates about additional restaurants participating in this year's Taste in future issues of the Neighborhood News and here on WCNT-TV.
For WCNT-TV, I'm Susanna Martinez.
And I'm Gary Nager. See you in 2 weeks.